insurance for striking workers, so that's where he hurt me. But now he gets to hurt you.
Oh, God.
God, hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on,
Just take away that man. Remove. Tell us why, because that's not what we wanted. Other. Thank you. Yeah, can you leave now? AP
Yay.
News. Jesus. So California governor basically said no to psychedelics in California. This was a bill to decriminalize it.
Did Pfizer cut him another check?
Likely. And I mean, the man who said no to universal health care in California saying no to different routes of healthcare, not a surprise. And he said a main part of it is because he wanted regulations and stuff, basically like a guideline presented to him to put into stone for researching psychedelics. But in this bill, it would just tell that the health agencies to give him guidelines, and that he'll put them into effect during the next law round, right?
Just so you know why that's so strange is that when California legalized, I remember actually very specifically when California legalized marijuana a few years back.
Yeah,
they waited a whole year, I think, in order to get the shops established because they were getting the guidelines in place.
Yeah.
So like the whole idea that you need to have all the guidelines and rules set up in place before is kind of unrealistic and ludicrous.
So why did you do this for psychedelics but not for weed?
Yeah.
So you just treat them differently?
No, but it's unrealistic because why are you going to make rules for a law that you don't know is even going to be a thing?
Also, it gets the ball rolling. You're telling the health agencies like, hey, start giving me ideas, giving me the stuff they need to pass. Yeah. And, this can help you at least with other, cross the aisle if you care about that and a possible, political future.
One of the few things I actually very much like about Dan Crenshaw.
Yeah, and Dan Crenshaw has a co-bill with AOC, if I remember right, to push psychedelics like magic mushrooms forward because it's been shown to help.
Yarg, I'm for shrooms, matey.
Yeah. No, it's amazing. So, and he's doing that basically because it helps with PTSD and some of the mental health problems, and he saw that it helped veterans, and that's
great.
So then, why doesn't Gavin want to say yes?
Gavin hates veterans.
Yeah, that's the title. Gavin hates veterans.
Gavin hates veterans. That's why. There you go.
Yeah, because he doesn't want to let them take the trip.
See, Gavin Newsom, I think, is one of the weirdest politicians because he's at the head of what could honestly be a progressive leader, like a state that can lead the entire country in progressive policy. But then shit like this happens. Yeah, no, he just decides to take a step back, like being against unemployment for people that are striking. I would bet you money. I bet money on this. I'll bet it, and I'll probably eat crow on it later because I could always be wrong. But if he's still in power when UBI becomes a thing, it's not happening. Right? Yeah. Isn't that the kind of shit I have a lot of realtors paying my fucking checks. Yeah. So, that's the problem. This is the point I'm going to make about it again and again, is that Gavin Newsom is honestly not that bad if you look at him from an overall holistic policy and viewpoint. He's not that bad at all, frankly. But every negative decision he does is amplified because of the fact that he's the head of the 8th largest economy on earth. From right, he used to be top 5. I don't know if they went down a notch, but they're basically a powerhouse when compared to the rest of the world. And if they took the step forward, then it could push a lot of the surrounding states or even other countries to be like, hey, look at this. If it's okay for them, it might be okay for us. Exactly. So this goes back to the point that me and you always talk about. This is my problem with incrementalists. Fundamentally, is that incrementalists are very effective gaining power. I'll always admit to that. Buddy. But they don't know what to do with it. Well, once they're there, or no, they do. They just fuck the rest of us over. They put their toe in the water and say it's cold. Yeah, no, they're afraid to jump into the deep end. Well, political strategists say this might not serve us as well as if we just don't do nothing again. Well, were you going to get somebody who was further to the left in? That's the sad part, is that as much as people would like somebody who's a bit more... every time we get someone good in there, they stay in there forever, though. We've only gotten 2 guys, though, to be fair. Again, are you going to get them in as a president or governor? I mean, even as a senator, it might be hard. You have special cases like Bernie Sanders, but then again, you could argue that maybe because it was a smaller state, there's less factors to play in, right? I just want this damn country to move forward, man. I want this country to pick a fucking route and move. You know what I mean? Instead of it, It's like this big amorphous mass that's trying to pull itself apart.
Well, they'll probably be, behind other states like Oregon and possibly even Colorado with Denver.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be the same thing like weed, where California could have led the charge, but other states did it for us.
Yeah,
for some reason,
great.
we have to trail behind states like
behind
Oregon and Colorado.
Newsom, Oregon. Really?
Yeah.
Fucking.
I mean, in Oregon, they already started putting out, we did an article on it, but they have psychedelic centers now.
Oh, yeah, with, no vetting.
So, California's already very behind.
Damn, they went kind of hardcore with it.
I mean, it's just basically, you just sign up.
Just walk in.
There's a long list, but, you'll be on there. So.
They'll get to you eventually.
Yeah. And if that's...
Go okay, Oregon.
You could have just, passed it and just saw from Oregon that it's not going to destroy the fucking nation. But no,
it will destroy the nation.
Hear no psychedelics, see no psychedelics, speak no psychedelics.